Hello, and welcome to episode 7 of Neverwinter Nights Adventure Series number 5 against the Cult of the Reptile God. We're here. And we're back here at the Monastery because I wanted to reload here. Let's get right into it and get this chest that I missed. So, I don't know why it didn't let me interact with it at first. But this trap chest, it is trapped, but it's not locked. But for some reason I couldn't even open it before. But let's go ahead and take the trap damage. Okay, 4 divine. And let's get our loot. We've got a scroll unidentified, summon creature 2, potion of cure light, potion of cure serious, 87 gold, a holy water, and another unidentified scroll. So that is pretty cool. Now let's wrap it up. And probably going to explore outside a little bit. I don't know yet. But we're done here. The Fontainebleau Abbey. Let me get my combat gear back on. Stop. So we've got some unidentified stuff. Look around. Okay, we've got something here. Bones and a cure moderate wound scroll. Pretty cool. Assassin finds. Let's get him. Can't really move, so I shouldn't miss too much, which is good, but they're actually hitting back. Yeah, they're hitting back. Whew! That was actually close. We got Cure Serious, another Potion of Bless, and Paler's Touch Sickle. That's interesting. We can freely rest out here before heading back. Oh, another pile of bones. Copper necklace. Before heading back to the caravan. So why don't we go ahead and rest. It's free, we'll take it. Oh, you know what? Don't rest yet. Let's go ahead and do our level up. So we're going to stick with Cleric. 1 point. As much as I want to go Wisdom, I think to make a somewhat decent fighter, she's got to have a little Strength. So we'll go Strength. No, you know what? We'll survive. Let's go with Wisdom. Give her that +3 modifier. So for remaining points, go with Parry, which I still have yet to use. Persuade. Craft armor, a couple, and concentration. I gain 5 hit points. So now let's do our spells. Cantrips, we win another Cure Minor Wounds. First level, we get another spell. We'll take another Bless. And level 2, actually instead of level 1, Summon. We'll get rid of that and we'll put for now we'll just put another Bless there. And here we're going to have Summon Creature 2. Stone Bones. You cause the target undead to get a... Oh, target undead? That's sounds like some necromancy to gain a +3 natural armor bonus. It's weird. We want inflict moderate wounds. Target suffers 2d8 +1 per caster level. We'll take another one of those. And we'll also take a favorite of mine, Bull Strength, which will help bolster some of the strength issues going on. And we're free to change them on the fly before resting as we see fit. So let's redo the bottom here. Get rid of crafting skills. We can put a spell here. Okay, we've got Bless, Cure Light, a magic weapon. Let's get Cure Moderate. And let's get Summon Creature 2. And what is that? Cure Minor. I want to remove stealth mode and put inflict moderate wounds there. So we've got a full hotbar of action. I didn't have to dip into the second hotbar, which is good. It's kind of janky to get to the second hotbar on Android. I have my keyboard hooked up, so I could just press like Control and Shift. But there's a Sundrop Bush. Ooh. Always good. So I don't know if out here is where I have to go to save the tree ants. But I'm gonna look around. Reed pipe, what does that do? I can't use it. Probably sell it though.
This is way too much. I can't take all this. This is way too much. I can't take all this.
Drops a longsword. Yes, I'm leaving loot everywhere. Oh well. Also why I should have gave her a point of strength, but what are you gonna do? I want her spells to really hit, so that's why I chose wisdom. Of course, clerics roll wisdom for spell checks. So let's just see what's down here. I want to see if I go back, if I can get to that tree ant area. It'll let me. No, it's not going to let me go back. Okay. So we have no choice but to press forward. Wait, I think. Yeah. The button for the door showed up on the bottom right, but it didn't do anything when I pressed it. So we are done with the ambush area. Took us a few episodes. We're a little more battle seasoned, just a little bit. And it's time for Moreton Manzola and us to move out. Can I?
Well met.
Good work, Karini. I'll be mentioning your outstanding service to my superiors when we get home. If you ever fancy a career in the guards, come and see me in Hokach. There's no merchant out right now.
Hello.
Are you ready to depart now? I think it is prudent to return to the main path when we leave the forest rather than proceed any further in this unfamiliar territory. Yes, I'm ready. Southern Fringe, this is where those creatures were. The tree ants talked about. We have reached the parting of our ways, Karini. You have been instrumental in ensuring my safety, and I'm in your debt. Once I return to Hokach, I will ensure that payment for your services reaches you. Orlane lies to the east. Take care there, and good luck in finding Iggy. I'm sure we'll meet again soon, but until then, may Farlong watch over your journey. Farewell and thank you. Farlong, of course, the god of horizons and distant lands.
Goodbye. Good luck.
Also, the god of my choice of Vrugdil Adstone in my Temple of Elemental Evil playthrough, Farlang. That's why I know that. Alright. So we're left to our own devices. Oh, I lost a lot of that stuff. Okay, I didn't lose the sun stick though. Is that like a permanent torch? Pipe, right? Okay. What does it say? West Hokach, East Orlane, North Dim Forest. So I actually think I want to go north for now. Look at Dougie out here. He's now assumed the form of a boar. I want to go north and deal with whatever is hurting the trees. What is this? Magberry. Magberries, a corruption of the words mageberries, are often used by sages to aid prolonged periods of magical research. However, the improvement to concentration is at the expense of a dulling of other senses. Concentration +4, spot -4 for an hour. Huh. It's pretty unique. Never seen them before. Here's a skunk. I presume a druid could maybe talk to it. So we're gonna head back into the dim forest. Quick saving often. Oh, I can't go in? Really? Interesting. Alright, well, let's go west back to Hokach. Right? The hunt for Iggy leads us to Derek Desley, who's in the village of Orlane. But I'd like to gear up and stuff in Hokach, if possible. No, I can't either go there. Okay. Alright, well that's good. It kind of keeps me from dilly-dallying. Because I'd probably go back and there really wouldn't really be there for me to do. What's this? Hello?
My greetings.
But I warn you, traveler, if you are heading to the village of Orlane, you are in grave danger. What do you mean? I've just been to the village for the first time in over a year. I usually do good trade there when I'm in these parts, but something is wrong. Instead of receiving a typically friendly Orlane welcome, I was shunned. Children ran away from me, and anxious villagers bolted their doors on my approach. None of the traders wanted anything to do with me. Most wouldn't even let me into their stores, and those that did welcome me have become too poor to afford my wares. Could I see your wares? Of course. My prices are much cheaper than Orlane stores, which are woefully short of stock. And I should tell you that I will be returning to Hokach once our trade is concluded. I don't want to stay within the vicinity of Orlane for one more moment than is necessary. Very well, show me what you have. Alright, so we've got some stuff to sell. I'll actually identify. Let's identify these boots. 150 GP. Boots of the Salamander. These have been made from the skin of the fire-dealing salamander. However, as well as granting limited fire resistance to their owner, they also cause the wearer to suffer the same vulnerability to cold as the salamander does. So fire resist 5, but cold 10% vulnerability. We have a sling, so the short bow can be sold. The dagger can be sold. Thieves' tools can be sold for 70. Short sword +1 for 409. We'll sell the arrows. Can't. We'll drop them then. The boots. I'm gonna just sell them for well, they're only worth 35. Might as well put them on. Now let's see what else we have. Amethyst for 10. Unidentified scroll. 150 GP. It's prayer. All allies in the area of effect gain +1 to attack and damage roll, skill checks, and saving throws. Enemies receive -1 of the same. I can use prayer. I can't use magic missile, so we sell that for 12. Can't use Raven Feeblement, 18. I can use Cure Light Wounds. Oh, there's another scroll I have to identify. Find Traps. Usable by Cleric. I can use that. Cure Moderate I can use. Lesser Dispel I can use. This one's unidentified. Oh, we did identify its Virtue. We can use Virtue as well. Can we use Flare? No. You can use Summon Creature too. What is this book? Identify it. Book of the Divine. This well-preserved book details the daily ritual performed by the Brotherhood of the Morning Light to conduct a blessing. Those knowledgeable in such manners could customize the blessing to one of their own deity would find favorable. So it uses Bless. Interesting. Magical potion bottle. Sell that. Copper necklace for 25. Silver for 125. Put our sling on the first page. 25 shurikens for 106. Lesser restore potion up here. Antidote. And a sun drop. We got the trade note. Horsehair helmet, which I should be wearing. And our crafting materials. What is the small shield? Small shield +1. And we have Shield of the Sun, which is +3 versus undead. So we'll sell a small shield +1, 166. Kieran's letter should come up here. Slither's orders. Palor's touch. As soon as you touch the handle, the Kama's blade bursts into flame. A faded note on the bones of the monk who once possessed this item reveals the blade's history. It has been blessed by the sun god Palor in a ceremony of light, and the holy fires that burn on the blade burn all more fiercely when used against undead creatures. Versus undead, 1d4 damage fire. Fire 1d4 damage naturally, and an enchantment of 1 +1. Wow, that's wicked good. But we can't use it, so I'm just gonna sell it. Can I wear these robes over the armor in this module? I'm not sure. Okay, it is mace +1. What am I doing with this bone? Craft something with this bone. Craft bone wand. I don't want to do that.
My greetings.
So I'll sell him the bone for 1, and I'm going to use the oaken shield body to try to craft something. Alright, now let's do our secondary bar here. And we've got, what is that? Shield of Broaching. or shield of brooching, brooch of shielding. Put bless down there, and some of these scrolls. Cure moderate. Lesser dispel. Cure light. Summon creature 2. Find traps. Prayer. I sworn I had restoration. And virtue. And an alchemist fire. Okay, so we're pretty well decked. And I don't think there's much we can buy from him, except maybe healing kits. And I ran away.
My greetings.
Let's see what he wants for his healing kits. 86. I have no healing kits, so let's buy a few of these. Oh, I have 2, okay. 3, 4, 5. And we are set. Nice meeting you, Ejaz. Let me try crafting while I have a second. What is this? The merchant Ejaz has warned me against visiting the village of Orlane. He told me that villagers seemed fearful of something and that there was a distinctly uncomfortable atmosphere around the place. Okay. Let's try crafting with that steel bar for an armor component. Let's try steel-plated armor chest. It's a hard one, but we'll go for it. Yes. Success. Crafted the item. What did I craft? Steel-plated armor chest. Basic crafting of all types of heavy armor. Okay, so I need to combine that with something, I guess. Could it be ironwood planks? Large shield. Okay. It's just the body. That's interesting. We'll have to see what goes with that to craft like a suit of armor. Alright, let's go. Cornfields quickly becoming food for the crows. Deserted farmhouse. A stone axe. And the village of Orlane book. Okay. Check that out. What's a stone axe? Just a hand axe. Read about the village of Orlane. Was founded in 1296 when explorers from Hokot reported that the land between the Rushmore marshes and the dim forest was unusually fertile. Soon after the arrival of the first farmers, a temple to Marika, the goddess of agriculture, was erected and the village of Orlane was born. The land proved to be very rich, often producing crops half again as large as those grown in more mundane soil, and Orlane quickly grew into a thriving community of over 100 people. So it's an old farming town. Well, that crop's not going to do too good with the crows. And the ox is dead. Tree farm. Scythe. I can't use it, of course. And black bear cub lost in the tree farm. Anyone home? Hello? Love the attention to detail. Got a couple rats in here. Let's get them. Oh, definitely a couple of rats in here. Dougie. Help me out, bro. Yikes. Man, those rats were going to take me out. Little by little. Definitely got to be careful with this character. And we find an unidentified potion, which doesn't look very normal to me. A malachite and 7 gold. Very cool little side adventure. Let's eat a sundrop. Let's eat another one. Wheat in this field has been gnawed away by rats. Caltrops. Okay, there's a black-haired cub. Don't want to get too near it anyway. Deserted house. Huh. Hello. The hungry-looking hound stares at you hopefully. Would you eat a sundrop? You won't eat a sundrop? I don't believe I have any meat in my pack. Sorry, little buddy. Wonder if you can get a dog companion. If I can find a piece of meat. What if I slaughter this chicken? Out of the way, Dougie. Oh, the chicken does have something. Oh, feathers. Bunch of feathers, probably from some medium-sized bird. Oh, you can't really craft armor with it. Oh, wait a minute. If I take the feathers, I come down here and I use them, craft armor on that. There's no armor or clothing you create from this object, okay. Oh, I don't think you'd want crow meat, and I don't think there's any other way to get food in here. Dead ox. Wonder about that bear cub. Could I feed him bear meat, maybe? Did I have to slaughter a cub? I don't like the idea of this, but let's just try and see what happens. I just want to see what the cub has. Oh, and here comes a black bear. Oh, that's funny. That's clever. Haha, see how we use teamwork there? That's certainly clever. But neither of them have anything on them. So I just got almost killed for no reason. Except for XP. Oh, I shouldn't be using potions, I should be using spells. I'm surprised we took them out at this level. All kinds of little hidden things. I don't know where to get the dog meat. Maybe I can just go into town and get it some meat and come back. That's what I figure. Always quick save.
I greet you.
Halt! I am Constable Grover Vuskadal, and I have been given no notice of travelers arriving. State your business. Fear not, Constable. I'm here to investigate a few matters. Is everything all right in Orlane? I don't know what fairy tales you've had your empty head filled with, but there are no problems here, and I don't like the likes of you causing any. I assure you, I only wish to help. Then keep your stay short and leave the safety of the villagers to me. Orlane's a peaceful village, and I intend to keep it that way. Good day. Good day, Constable. Oh, and if you need somewhere to stay during your brief visit, the Golden Grain Inn is on the west side of the village. Alright, thanks. Okay. We've discovered Orlane. Looks like a barn or a farm. Milking stool. Oh, and I want to milk the cows. Could I feed the dog milk? Hello.
Greetings.
Come and see me in the morning. I'm tired now.
Good day to you.
Who said you could come in here?
Hi.
I'm sleepy. Alright, sorry about that. Really come back in the morning, or are you just spitting that out? Oh, good stuff. Oh, we can't use it. You never know. Constable's quarters.
Hello.
How about we put this one in the stocks, Donovan?
Hello.
Did the constable say you can come in here? No, so beat it. Yeah, don't be going in places we shouldn't go, I guess. The Golden Grain Inn. Golden Wheat Shacks. She's the one that's on. Lily leaf. Remove disease, single use. It's clever. On our third bar. It's the traders. It's a tailor. Myron Tweed, tailor. A faded painting depicts a sharp needle crudely piercing the seat of a pair of trousers. I guess we can see what the tailor offers. Myron Tweed.
What?
Oh my, who are you? Please, I don't want any trouble. Calm down, I'm not here to cause trouble. I'm Karini Kovaleski, and I'd just like to ask you some questions. Oh, alright, but keep it brief. Constable Ruskadal says that careless talk costs lives. Why are you so nervous? Well, lots of folks have disappeared over the last year or so. I'm worried that whatever's making them disappear is coming for me next. Oh my. Who has disappeared? Oh no, I've said too much already. It is too dangerous to talk of these things. Let me ask you something else. Have you ever heard of a merchant called Iggy Olivero? No, can't say that I have. What do you have for sale? Now we're talking. Oh, I have a belt, don't I? That I still never got identified. Yeah, it's way down here. Oh, this merchant won't buy this type of goods. Won't buy the scythe. But you can identify this belt. Won't you? He won't identify, which is strange. Belt of Lesser Guiding Light, Swordsman's Belt. Boots of the Winterlands. Cold Resist 5. You know, I'm kind of inclined to get the... You won't buy the Gauntlets of Flame? Oh, I can use Burning Hands once a day. My attacks get bonus 1 fire damage, but kind of inclined to get the Strength Gauntlets. Oh, he's got all sorts of stuff. Live Cloak +2. Various dyes. I probably need steel rings or something for my uses. Let me understand these exactly. Character will not benefit from the attack or damage bonus unless they fight unarmed. So they're only giving me Burning Hands 1 use a day. Unless I fight unarmed. So I'm gonna... Oh, I can't sell them. I will grab the Lesser Gauntlets of Ogre Power. While these magic items have been around for thousands of years, their popularity never seems to decrease. Recently, a party of adventurers out of Kalimshan uncovered a vast treasure trove filled with magical items like these. The sudden influx of magical gauntlets does not seem to have decreased their value, as every adventurer across the land clamors for the assistance of these useful artifacts. Adventurer's clothes. For a bard. Yeah, I think I'm gonna buy these. That'll help with my strength issue a bit. Alright. Pleasure doing business with you. I need to find someone who identifies, though. And it's getting dark. And if my ideas are correct, people are going to be going to sleep soon. So, might as well call it a night. That's alright. Bertram Beswill.
Can I help you?
Hello there, I'm Bertram Beswill, proprietor of this fine establishment. May I offer you the warmest of welcomes to the Golden Grain Inn? What brings you to Orlane? I'm looking into a few matters hereabouts. What's been happening around Orlane in recent months? Nothing really. Some folk have been worried because a few farmers have left, but there's nothing strange about that. They simply sought pastures new. Of course, there are a few fanciful tales about why they left, but that's just talk from them folk with too much time in their hands and a vivid imagination. I'd like to hear them anyway. Well, some folk reckon that an evil sorcerer has taken up residence in the dim forest and is spiriting townfolks away to use as sacrifices. But if you believe that, you'd probably believe in pixies, too. Is there anything else I can help you with, madame? I'm looking for my master. Perhaps you've seen him? Nope, haven't seen him. I haven't told you his name yet. His name is Iggy Olivero. No, I haven't seen him. Are there any other inns in Orlane? No, madam, just my fine establishment. I see. The atmosphere seems a little subdued in here. Is everything alright? Nonsense. Everybody's enjoying themselves in their own way. Perhaps the pace of village life is too slow for a city dweller such as madame. I'd like a room for the night, please, Bertram. Certainly. You're in luck, madam. I've got one room free on the top floor. It's yours for a mere 2 gold pieces. I'll take it. Room is on the 2nd floor at the very top of the staircase. I do hope you enjoy your stay with us, madame. Thanks. That's all. Yeah, while we're here.
Hello.
Who said you could butt in?
Hi. Hello there.
If I want your opinion, I'll tell it to you. Take a chair and then sit on it somewhere away from me.
Yes? What do you want?
My daughter and I are talking. Please don't disturb us. You okay, Belle?
Hi.
You're nosy. Constable Ruskadel says curiosity killed the cat. Just saying to Randall how nice it is to see a stranger visiting. I do hope you'll enjoy your stay in Orlane, dearie. No, we weren't talking about you.
Hello.
Beat it, I'm busy. I get the feeling I'm going to be getting to know these characters a bit better going forward. This is a nice common room. What sort of reading do they have? Village of Orlane. And our room's on the top floor. Wow, spacious. Very quaint. Do we just rest here like normal? Huh. Alright, and with that, sound of a door creaking stirs you from your slumber. Oh no. Ha! Another easy target. I have to quick save here. I haven't saved in a while. Ouch. Alright. Let's try a reload. And quickly. Oh, they're already on top of me. This is not going to be easy by any stretch. Okay, it was pretty easy. Light of True Strike. Got him with the True Strike. Alright, he's hurting, so let's hit him with a Cure moderate wounds. Well done, Dougie. Now let's get this chick. Whew, that's close. As I rested at the Golden Grain Inn, a trio of ruffians attempted to abduct me from my room. I fought them off, but this is an ominous sign of the problems besetting Orlane. Let's see what they had. Effin. Had a sling +1. How nice. Hendrik. Had a chain shirt and a potion of iron guts. Chain shirt could be worth
This is
something.
way too much. I can't take all this.
Ilvard had unidentified boots. You can't take the chain shirt? It's a 4-4, by the way. What is this? A 5-2. It is better for her. She doesn't have much dexterity. Okay, drop the chain shirt then. They came from this door. Oh, that was nuts. Someone's in there. Just the drawers. Files. Iron Guts. And Cat's Grace. Not sure yet if I can use them. Short sword and a light flail. Locked.
I will not let you my attack. It didn't work.
The door doesn't seem to be. Even Dougie's not able to damage it. Dang, okay. Well, let's look around and maybe find a key. Whoever it was got away. I'm just pressing spots on the screen where there could be a possible. Item I can interact with. Alright. Well, we won't be getting to the bottom of that. That way, anyway. Did we actually even rest? I just want to check something quickly before I save. Master Fallon, is that you? Oh, apologies. I hoped it might be Fallon. What in the Nine Hills was going on up there? I've just been attacked in my room. 3 thugs burst through a secret door and tried to capture me. Now tell me, what was your part in this? Calm down, stranger. I had nothing to do with any attack on you. I heard a commotion upstairs, but when I went to investigate, the door had been barred from this side. I managed to force it open, but then it went all quiet above. I thought I'd wait here to see what came down the stairs rather than charge head first into the unknown. Allow me to introduce myself. I'm Hakan al-Abzer. I work, when the fancy takes me, as a sellsword with the Gauntlet Mercenary Guild in Hokach. Fallon's a merchant in Hookhill, and he hired a band of us to accompany him and his cargo through the dim forest of Hokach. Got mighty dangerous on that road lately. Sure enough, we were attacked by a humanoid gang as we went through the forest, and they were well armed and disciplined, not the usual ragtag assortment. Anyway, there were too many of them. I managed to get Fallon to safety, but the rest of the men... So if you save Fallon, where is he now? After running for hours, we arrived in Orlane and found an inn. Master Fallon took the upstairs room, leaving me down here in the chief quarters. I slept for a few hours, but when I went to check on him, he disappeared, gone without a sight or sound. After what I've just experienced, I suspect your master was not as capable in defending himself as I. I fear he's been captured, Hakan. 1,000 curses! I knew there was something strange about this place. That innkeeper seemed a bit too pleased to see us, if you know what I mean. He'll regret trying to abduct me. Perhaps you'd care to accompany me in tracking down the innkeeper, Hakan? It is tempting, Karini, but I should stay here in case Master Fallon returns. Alright, I'll let you know if I found out what happened to your master. I thought for sure he was going to be a party member. Alright, so we're going to call it a night here. Even though it's gripping and it's hard to put it down. 7, Orlane. Thanks for watching. Much love, peace, blessings. And yeah, we'll continue the series soon. Awesome stuff so far. Peace.